Congratulations on the new gig.
Thank you.
You are editor-in-chief of Glamour magazine worldwide. We're all very impressed. What does that mean?
Well, for the last 6 years, I've been editor-in-chief of Glamour in the US, and we have Glamour in Mexico, in the UK, in Spain and Germany, and so now I get to run them all, which is great.
And Anna Wintour anointed you. She picked you out.
She did.
She took it very seriously, Graham. She actually took her sunglasses off before she actually... Yeah, look, that's Anna with the sunglasses off.
She's my boss. She's great, yeah.
Yeah?
She's great. I love her. She's been a great supporter of mine, and I think, you know, she definitely pushes me to be better every day, so... And has a wicked sense of humour.
Really?
Yes, really.
So,
True story. No, yeah, very funny. Very dry sense
she's
of humour.
proper crack.
Proper crack.
I heard she orders chips, puts them on her plate, and then doesn't eat them.
I don't know if that's true. I will test it out on Monday.
I just love the self-discipline of that.
Yeah.
You order them, put them on your plate. You've got to eat them.
They're definitely
My
going
favourite
in.
thing is to order things for the table. If I ever had a restaurant, I would call it one for the table, because I think you'd have to just order something for the table.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it doesn't look like you're having it.
No, it's not mine. Yeah.
A bottle of lunch.
Yes,
It's that type of thing. So you were in Mexico for the Glamour Women of the Year. You also do that in New York.
Yes.
Who do you hang out with at
Well,
that?
this one was, honestly, this was my sixth. And this one, I think, was pretty iconic because I sat next to Beyonce and we had a little dance. At one stage, she held my hand and I was like, Beyonce's holding my hand. Look, I'm Destiny's Child, basically. I'm just...
Wow.
I'm literally a member of Destiny's Child.
You are a survivor there.
I
Wow.
am, yeah. And they didn't test my singing voice out, but what was so fun about that night, it happened in Times Square about 3 weeks ago, we were honouring moms, and so one of our covers for Women of the Year were moms of the most famous people in the world. So it was Miss Tina Knowles, who is Beyonce's mom. It was Donna Kelsey, who's the mother of Travis Kelsey. We also had Selena Gomez's mom, Billie Eilish's mom, and what was lovely, as we went in to shoot this cover, we did a whole interview and we sat down with them, but then, thankfully, all their kids came to support them, which was a great coup.
Which was amazing.
Yes.
I hear that Beyonce sometimes at these events orders a spice bag and just sits there.
Curry chips at the end.
And doesn't eat it.
Yeah.
Does that happen?
Absolutely, yeah. But it was interesting with Beyonce because I didn't honestly know until she sat down next to me that she was coming, because we had done the red carpet in Times Square and it was being broadcast everywhere. And the last two people on the red carpet were Tina Knowles and Anna Wintour, with a bag of chips. And And so when I got into the actual venue and I got on stage and I went to sit at my seat, I was sitting next to Tina and there was two empty seats next to me, and I was kind of frantically texting my team going, what's happening, what's happening? Who's there? And Beyonce had never been promised to come. I had hoped, but she had never RSVP'd. And then at one stage, I just turned around in the middle of the frantic texting and I looked around and there's just this blonde bombshell walking into the room. And it's rare, like, you probably see it all the time, like, it's rare that you get somebody that has that caliber of celebrity that takes the oxygen out of the room. I've seen it only a couple of times. This room was full of, like, Pamela Anderson, Brooke Shields, Billie Eilish. It was like, but there was this moment when Beyonce walked in where there was this, it was this inhale of breath, and it's rare I've seen it. I've seen it a couple of times. I don't know for you.
But also those people who walk through life as if they're in an Instagram filter.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, wow, you're still doing it in life, and you sit beside them and you think, how can I be the same species as you? How can we have any genetic sharing at all?
I was also just trying to play cool the whole time, and I was like, please God, tell me somebody's taking videos, tell me somebody's taking photos. I'm dancing with Beyonce, like, I need this documented.
So on one side, you have people like Beyonce. Graham and I have interviewed a lot of famous people. There's another person at the other spectrum of, I would say, attractiveness that you've managed to interview in a toilet.
Oh, yeah. I interviewed Trump in a toilet in Miami.
Wow.
So my job before Glamour, I ran social... my mom thought this was Madame Tussauds when I sent her the photo.
Yeah.
And she's in the audience. She was like, oh, you went to Madame Tussauds.
I mean, he kind of looks like he's still going to the toilet in that picture.
It looks like he's about to say, I wouldn't go in there for a minute.
I think I'd leave that for a second.
So my previous life, before I was at Glamour, I ran social media for CNN. And I'd moved over over to the US in 2014, and I did that for 4 years, which was really in the depths of the 2016 election and for the first year of Trump's presidency. But in the lead up, CNN had lots of debates, right? And I interviewed every single candidate. And when we got to Miami, we used to do it backstage, but the Secret Service and security were like, it's not going to work backstage. So eventually they found me and they were like, you have to do your interviews here. And they pointed at a men's toilet. And I said, I've been worse places, let's go. And yeah, I did, like, I interviewed him. He was, you know, at the time there was still maybe, I think 6 or 7 Republicans in the race. Some of the people that he's picking for his cabinet now. And it was a really quick interview, but he definitely has presence, let's put it that way.